Just close the fucking door. Close it up.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the early stream, just because it's Friday, and you know, there's probably going to be stuff going on this evening for you and me, I guess. So, and there's price action too, right? I mean, like, look at Bitcoin. We're just staring at the 12-hour, so we can just ruminate how it all began with the classic accumulation structure that, you know, NFT worthy. This is like up there with bullish Garley 2019 levels of just pattern recognition, right? It like pays to be able to identify patterns. They don't always play out, but when they do, there's normally really good reward to risk. So I think, you know, there's an attempt here, but you're not out of the woods, at least on this time scale, trying to break this channel where you went up and tested it perfectly a couple of days ago. And then yesterday it was breached, but not with a candle close. And then on this previous 12-hour candle, still a test, but no break. But this maybe, I mean, again, could fail because we still have 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Is that a joint?
To go until this 12-hour close, but working on a breakout. All right. You just want to look at the daily real quick. We can. And you can see just what a route, what a run. Of course, working on your highest daily candle close of 2023, highest daily candle close in 18 months or so since May of 2022. And that'll be the case until we, I think, somehow break $42,000. So not much supply in between 31K and 40K. And hopefully you're starting to realize that now. All right, beautiful. Ethereum's pulling back today. Not really surprised. Remember, Ethereum went up like 12% yesterday on the ETF filing news. But a daily candle confirmed breakout above the key inflection zone from history takes you back to 2021. Just reiterating all this. These levels are not new. They're here every single day for years. And we just watched the price correlate to them as it had in August of 2022, April, May, July 2023. Now you're above it. No back test yet. There has not been a back test of that level as support. But interestingly, you know, on this little pullback, the heart line is somehow, as it's been resistance, 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 lots of times failed to break there. You might be trying to break that heart line for the first time. I mean, like, right? That's, again, that means you might be in the upper echelon of the channel where you could be running to overbought. Again, the target was $2,700. But above 2,043, looking left at historical price action between the $2,000 and $3,000 or 2,900, there's really nothing there. Straight up and down is normal what you get. You might see some adversity at 2,400. That one time in July 2021, we saw a reversal. So rejoice. GigaChad, Vitalik, Buterin back on the menu, maybe. He has his mini forms.
Mr. Play of the Year,
forms.
You are Lord Mitch to me and mine now.
Depending
when
on the price,
Tesla
depends
moves
on how GigaChad, Vitalik might be. And I'm working on a graphic on that. Just sent a request. Status update. Okay, so not bad. Not bad. Still a long way to go to catch up to Bitcoin, but good recovery. Just to reiterate, and then we'll move on because, I mean, the stock market's big tech, man, just unstoppable. What a recovery, taking out size. And then that dump yesterday on the S&P completely rallied back today. So here it is, man. We broke it with the candle close. Broke back into the bottom of the trading range yesterday on the news-driven catalyst, and today a potential back test is unfolding.
ILV Binance weekly, monthly,
holding and
thanks.
confirming as support could be really good. What's up, Anon? ILV on Binance, I guess you mean? Yeah, sure. We can look at that.
If I was a stonk, I would be we work go.
Dang bubbles. Sounds like low self-esteem, man. Low self-esteem. Figure it out, dude. If you figured it out, you'd stop associating with Ricky and Julian And of course, you'd start hanging out with the Sam Wasco, right? Of course. Yep, so that's interesting development on the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Could it have just been a bad dream of the Wyckoff distribution saved by institutions or an institutional catalyst? We'll see. And you got to start making higher highs, higher lows. Even with spring back tests, you got to see follow through. So there's just weeks worth of data that we need, maybe even months worth of data to be able to declare, hey, the trend is re-reversing, like going back bullish. You don't have those variables yet. But yeah, bottom of trading range for sure. So did it even play? CMO, it did. Okay. Thank you so much, CMO, for the 20 super chat. Remember, all these TTS, I have to read them, because if I hear them, then it's a double. You hear it double, and it sounds bad on stream. So I don't know how that changed or what switched, but it did. When Tesla Moon, CMO, I mean, wouldn't today be kind of, they're trying to do that? Okay, so we will look at these, of course, and I appreciate the contributions. Just getting through like the initial part of the stream where we look at, some cryptos, the index funds, maybe even some commodities. But lately it's been like the crypto
Hey
Bitcoin
Mitch,
show.
love the
My
early
God,
Friday
dude.
stream. Long coin. Brain Charmstrong knows
Yeah,
how
dude,
to smooth
that-
talk the regulators.
Dude, it's not even about that. It is, coin is probably, in my opinion, on the equities market, one of the best looking opportunities that exists. If we're talking about a weekly, long time scale, like significant time scale, I believe it looks like the composite operator is nearing the end of his buying campaign, his accumulation campaign, and we're getting really close to the markup phase on Coinbase. So I know it's $15 minimum request, but I still want to look at coin because it is super relevant and everyone in this community needs to know about it. And it's like, again, these aren't my opinions, right? Everything that I talk about, I'm just applying what really smart people that put their life's work and research into traditional technical analysis. Like that's all I'm doing. I'm a conduit from them to you. So my opinion is dictated by their research. And I've been studying it 14 years, so I'm not saying I'm like great at it or good at it or even good at articulating it. I'm just doing the best I can, right? So that's, some people watch because it's okay. It's like at least decent, mediocre, right? Okay. Real quick, let's look at XRP. That has been kind of just cooling off, man, since its momentous rally that took it, to a height of 73.4 cents. We still have the hard target of 76 cents based on a historical level that takes you all the way back to 2018, then once in 2020, very close in 2021. It's 76 cents. That makes a lot of sense. Psychological 75, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5s. Okay, so just hangover, a few days of hangover. Eventually it will pivot substantially higher lows than the previous lows and run again. And you just got to know that the trend's your friend, and someone has been out there accumulating. Speaking of accumulation campaign, Klaus Schwab, George Soros, they're out there, man. They've been buying this crap up. I mean, they started maybe in January, but really started in March of this year, and it's been number go up, only higher lows, higher highs. Technical levels being broken. Wonderful. We can look at BNB, I guess, right? I mean, we knew like it got saved by Bitcoin, literally. Yeah, 250 was like, if you ever broke the 235, 250 was the target. You've hit 250, and in fact, you're starting to try to, and people will be like nitpicking, hey, it's a zone, man. Yeah, it could be like it. Yeah, you see it, the correlation between 249 and 256. The price is, flirting with the candle high closes, the wicks. That candle high close, that's a big level. If you break that though, that's where things, really, if you're just talking about resistance support, I think like 315, like BNB could be setting up for $315, breaking above 256 based on historical price action. Yeah, 315. Someone could say 300 because psychological, but yeah, this is false bearish breakdowns occur, and then like you back test the false bearish breakdowns, the spring back tests, one time, two time, and then then you break all. You're just breaking levels one at a time. The next one's 300, 315. If there's enough demand to absorb the 256 supply area. Okay, got the 4 out of the way, the big 4. We got to look at, man, we were looking at this yesterday in depth. Here it is, chat. Oh my God, it's a session highs up 11.13%, just right at it. Testing that 74.53 level that if you thought this wasn't a real level, you're out of your effing mind. Who are you? It's been here, right? It was that swing low from November 5th, 2020. Remember 5th November, 74.53. Okay, it's been resistance, a reversal area. Going back to June 2022, it's been a support. October 2022, resistance. December 2022, it's been a support. March 2023, resistance. July 2023, and now being tested at this current moment in time, and breaking it is insane. Like breaking that level, you got an easy target of $10,000. But this is such a significant development over the course of 500 days. This predictable, right? The M-shaped type 2 return, and on the type 2 return, it was a type 2, like there was a double bottom. It's like, this is it, man. This is where you can look back in several months, 3 to 6 months, even maybe even longer, and you'll see $18,000 or higher, right? This is what it looks like. This was the case. We looked at this yesterday, and it's up 11+% since then too. This is your predictable patterns. This is it, man. This is literally what retirement and dreams look like. Your dreams have come true. Wow, I'm having an REM cycle dream, and this is here. And it's a lucid, awesome dream, not a nightmare. This would be a nightmare. This would be an ultimate nightmare. If you were like a buyer, like, oh my God, what a run, and then the W shape and type 2 over 500 days. My alert's set up because if we hear the beep on stream, we know a major breakout, one of the largest breakouts is unfolding before our eyes on stream. So I hope I hear the beep a little later, but we'll keep our eye on it. Hype in the chat. The cream will rise to the crop. This is the Macho Man Randy Savage chart. It is, dude, right? Andromeda Galaxy, member. Okay. Weekly, by the way. So just takes time, but my God, it's there. The stage is set for crazy high prices on this one. And again, like, this one was fooling me. I mean, like, wow, type 2 return. Okay, maybe still bottom. Then just does this for, good God, dude, 2 months. Yep, that like starts falling below support. Looks like complete trash. Like, oh, is it just gonna fail? No demand. And then the bids came in and you got back above 53.84. And that's a false bearish breakdown. Can have consequences, and it's really having the consequences. Context helps. Okay. Big move today. Sol, unstoppable, dude. Oh, mother of God. Broke resistance, headed to the next one, 55.62. Right? Tested it yesterday perfectly, and today is breaking it. Again, up about 20%. Just going, I'm sure it will probably test it. It's this candle high close right here. Let's get it perfect. Scale out. Right from May 20th, 2021, $56, $55.94 up to $58.50, the wick high. Right there. And above that, that is a level that, my God, dude, pandemonium. Above that, like there's nothing there. Whew. I mean, you're talking, overhead resistance, you're talking like nothing till 117, 120. So, yep. One last big resistance, but my God, unstoppable. It's insane. What's up, Greg, man? Sorry if I... wait, no. Wait, this is a new contribution, sorry. So Sol up, and... will not stop. Crypto.com, Matt Damon Coin. Wow, what a comeback, man.
Does Snap really have 3 rising valleys on the weekly? Does Snapchat of all things look bullish? Please help Mitch.
It kind of does, man. Yeah, I think like Jameson or someone in the Respect the TA chat posted the chart and it looked mouth-watering. Snapchat, yeah. Like I get Coinbase because my crypto, but my ETFs, but Snapchat, my anonymous D pics. Like, wow, dude. Yeah, but it's not even about that. It really, it's about the structural development that can tell us what the composite operator's doing. Composite operator might have an ongoing accumulation campaign on Snapchat, and we'll look at it. I guess maybe we will, Greg. I don't know. Maybe. Kirk, I don't
Let's
know why it takes so long.
PILV, Epic Games launch announcement, LFG. Don't sleep on Web3 gaming this bull.
Well, we'll see. We'll let the chart dictate. That's what we do here. The chart is the way you will win that argument or not, or lose it. So Matt Damon coin literally having a pretty real breakout. Just these levels back from 2020. You see it, 2021. Very real resistance, you know, early this year, and you're breaking it. It's incredible. But how unreal is it? Straight down, straight up, eventually down, straight up. I mean, it's the levels, man. You break 9.8 cents. Quick run to 12.58 cents. After that would be probably 16 cents, and then 18.5, 20 cents. So incredible. You see it, man. Could be the YCOP accumulation concluding, and that right there might have been the creek, the jump across the creek, and just, you know, wow, incredible. That was a nice supply line broken. But still, even when you broke the supply line, you were at all-time lows. That's what I'm saying. It's like just making your lowest lows ever at all-time lows. But we've been witnessing it, and it's like there's no selling pressure. It's like there's just not enough asks. So that's pretty weak from sellers to do that. And then right back above, you know, that fateful October 23rd. Sorry, I was paying attention to Bitcoin, you know, like the altcoins rallying with Bitcoin. Very nice, man. So I guess let's just run over to the spider so you can see what I'm talking about with what a recovery today. Just a complete and utter reversal near the highs of the day. Well, we are about to be in power hour, and you're nearing that supply line with the first anchor point going back to July 27th when the Fed finally paused interest rate increases and just kept it the same ever since. So just upon you, you could be there within, you know, today or the next couple trading days, you know, Monday beyond 442, 47. Unfilled gap at 450. You have officially filled the gap. I guess you did it yesterday. Yeah, you did it yesterday, but okay. You can thank big tech for this. Microsoft killing it, dude. Yeah, there are some out there doing it. All right. Dow Jones, same thing. What a fake out. Working on its highest daily candle close, if you could believe it, since September 20th, and there's a gap that has not been filled at 34.46. This was the continue. I guess that would be your first target, the gap fill. But the NASDAQ, though, shoot, dude. Shoot. Crazy, man. Taking out its high from October 11th, where, hey, man, yesterday was looking pretty somber, where, hey, you're going to start rolling over here. A lot of gaps to fill. There still are the gaps there. But, yeah, this is quite I guess yesterday was temporarily a major bear trap, and kind of interesting. Maybe it's not even that big a deal, but it was a really well respected channel till you broke it mid-October. But you are like, look, you're back in it. I don't know if it's that significant. And then I think supply line you got here on this one, chat, we got serious stuff going on this one, right? You have let me just get rid of that so you can see it, make it clear. Supply line being broken, so yeah, in terms of structure, I mean, just something like that. I mean, yeah, that's big time. No gaps really. I mean, I just think like maybe probably going to go test 13.88 or 877, then 14.171 will be the target from here. It's just straight up and down. So if it's going to keep going, that could very well be tested again. 14.171. Wow. IWM is just the worst. I just don't care what it does. Like, this is garbage. Like, are you telling me like, wow, we're having a breakout on the NASDAQ and the SPY and Dow Jones are doing things, and then you got this on the IWM? It's just like, who cares, man? It's so bad. Remember the hidden bearish divergence, and just like a couple weeks ago, you made your lowest candle close in 3 years. Like no other index fund's doing that. So it just doesn't matter what this thing does. It's trash. Because right, we have finite capital. So we want to put our capital that is finite into like the best performers, not the worst losers. Oh yeah, total. Sorry, Jonathan, what did you think, man? How do you think about the ETFs and all this stuff, bud?
I like turtles.
All right, well, total 1.384 trillion. You know, clearly is broken out. Broke the major level of 1.2 trillion. You're gonna, you know, I would think there's just not really a reason why you wouldn't at least see 1.48, 1.5 trillion, that high from July 2021. But the hard target's at 1.7 trillion. So, okay. We did it, man. We did it. Well, what's up, 10x trading? What's up, dude? I'll just wait for it to play. Those are your index funds, okay? So, you know, if you want to see it, where the inverse damage being done, I mean, it's all over the place, man. Tech, semiconductors just pumping like crazy today. Nvidia. Well, we now know that you have a truly invalid structure, right? We had a chance yesterday. It was a maybe shooting star. Nope. So this is a failed head and shoulders pattern in the wild. You don't see them too often, but here it is. Here it is, man. So if you want to know, like for real, like if it really was to play out, this is how you measure failed head and shoulders. You still go from the neckline to the size of the structure from the break of the right shoulder. Like legit. Like that is how you measure it. Weird enough, the 100% target would be 572. Again, man, the sellers failed and the Halloween hammer ushered in this reversal. It's pretty crazy, man. Crazy. Hey man, I was giving it the benefit of the doubt until by the book.
Bitcoin thesis, Corona
today.
low equals FTX low, then the two higher lows, June 23rd and September 23rd, the second one after a small flash crash, same as 2020, and in November beginning of the bull run, same as 2020. Could you confirm that?
Know.
Cold sweat smile.
We didn't really have a major double bottom like we did in 2019. And it was 2019 was the first low, and then the rally, and then the drawdown, and then we had the second low in the COVID crash. So I wouldn't be comparing them like that. If anything, this is more like the 2019 rally we're on right now.
When I become president, you will be my second man. And even if not, I will advise you to my counsel yours. The future is bright, and you are a rising star. Young sensei.
Pippo, thanks for the Donald Trump contribution. Oh, well, you know, think about that, man. I don't think they're going to let an election happen. If they do, it's going to be like we saw in 2020. Like I really do think there's a certain side of the political spectrum that has no values, no morals. They will do anything they need to win. That's it. They don't care. I mean, they don't care about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. They don't want that. They just want the power. And they're working on it, right? I mean, like the deep state. How are we getting approval of the FBI, a $300 million new facility? We're broken. We're broke. And you've seen how weaponized these alphabet agencies have become against political opponents. And we're giving them a $300 million new facility. That's insanity. And then, like, both sides are voting for it. It's like these people are jokes and they have betrayed us. They are not your friend. They do not represent us. This is why Bitcoin is so important, man. It is an alternative to this scam that is consolidated into one thing, one uniparty. Anyway, don't even get me started. So again, like I don't even like, because it's so consolidated. I have no idea how that man could ever get voted in again. I really don't. I'm pretty black-pilled about all of it. But yeah, it's not like, hey man, there's not a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, that the deep state just somehow might, whoops. We let that one sneak by. They're not gonna let that. It's too important. Okay, so anyway, Nvidia working on all-time highs. It looks like it'll be here by next week. And it's a failed Head and Shoulders. Type in the chat. You can't stop Nvidia, man. All right, let's go to MicroStrategy for CMO. Oh yeah, dude. Well, yesterday it did something spectacular. Took out, well, I guess it was a couple days ago. Took out that high from July. Excuse me. Yesterday tested 502.90, which is some inflection point. Where is it? Way back. I guess it's just like this one high from 1999. You're breaching it, so the next target above 503 is 624, the high from 2000. And there's just, wow, look at that. I mean, straight up and down situation. Yeah, I mean, you see, this is, I mean, I think 624, 800, 883, $1,100. This thing is in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows. It was just confirmed 2 days ago that the trend will continue. The trend is resuming with the highest high of the entire rally, the entire uptrend. Confirmed the bottom, but then accumulation and defensive levels came in March, and even a higher high, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Divergence performing wonderfully. If you have reliable and outperforming indicators, that should tell you who's in control of this asset right now. It's the buyers. Buyers in control, up almost 3% like every day. God, amazing. Yeah. ILV for anonymous. On Binance, he said. Well, I mean, on this one, dude, yeah, it's over, dude. I mean, like, we've been here before, and it looked pretty incredible. I guess when we did look at it, 100% harmonic, confirmed bottom, and once it broke 53.60, you understand that was the level, and it's going like it's gone. I mean, it's like going to really the candle high close right here from February. It's being breached as I'm speaking to you. So I guess we could say, like, you're at least going to test and right. There could be supply here at 107. Yeah, look, I mean, your upside's so limited now, though, based on just it's a straight line up, nonstop. I mean, it's up 147% in 17 days. You missed it. Like, if there is no, like, to go long now is literally asking to lose a lot of money very fast, because this is up 147% in less than 3 weeks. And what happens if it's just a cool 40% pullback? It's not a big deal to people that got on the bottom that are holding this long term, but for someone speculating buying now, that you'd be underwater and could be for a while. But yeah, I mean, you look at this on the weekly, it's probably even more insane. Yeah, it's just crazy looking, right? I mean, the double bottom neckline is that 107, 108 level, and a measured move of that, probably 160 or beyond, right? Well, 160 or beyond, right? So 3 weeks nonstop, 3 weeks 150%, overbought, highest RSI reading ever on the weekly, highest level of positive momentum seen since April 17th. And there's really not much here above 107, 108. I mean, there's barely even, there's like nothing here on the weekly. Good God, man. Yeah. There are multiple cryptos out there that weekly double bottoms like this, like YFI. There are more. We've looked at them too. So yeah, crazy, man. What a run. ILB. Coin. Let's just go to coin. Because coin, you may think a double bottom's cool, but I think this structure is way better, way stronger. So not only did you get, like, you had an opportunity for the lowest risk entry, you possibly have a chance to accumulate more dollar cost average, add to your position because the third low. And I think there's a minimum $150 target, then 212 after that, 210. I think the composite operator's accumulating. He's been accumulating. And the third valley normally leads to resolution. So exciting times on this one. Looks impeccable on the weekly. Yeah, Jameson. Yeah, the stuff, you, me, a lot of other people. I mean, yeah, we monitor this stuff daily. So in the Discord, people are welcome to join the free Discord if they want. They're welcome to utilize the educational resources tab to start learning how to do this stuff on their own to become self-sufficient. And you stick around because many eyes are way better than two eyes. So we're all looking for the same things in our community. That's your Coinbase. It wasn't really, I mean, it's required. Like, what do you want? I mean, I'm just telling you, like, 3 rising valleys, 150 target, 210 target. It might take 3 to 6 months to play out, but those are your targets from here, eventually. Very, very significant time scale, the weekly. Hidden bullish divergence, if you could even believe it. I'm looking like, oh, wow. That is hidden bullish divergence, chat. And your first level of positive momentum after the divergence developed, matured, and is now beginning to play out. So you should see more positive momentum in the coming weeks and higher prices if the hidden bullish divergence that implies a continuation upward plays out. All right. Nice. So, Gergo.
Tell us more about Ren.
Ren, I mean, it was terrible. It was like one of the worst ones with it was just flip your coin. It was at its lowest lows, and then Bitcoin rallied, and then Ren blew up, broke upward. Like, again, we're just looking for structural developments and price action correlating to key levels so we can articulate an argument, so we can manage our risk and have equitable trades. All right, we're not here to like try to call the bottom of a loser that only makes the lowest lows and breaks supports and is just sitting below supports, and it's like Bitcoin, literally Bitcoin, Rencoin joke, loser, devs, losers, does nothing. Riding the coattail of Bitcoin. Congratulations, that's Ren. But we can look at it, sure, if you want. But let's look at no, so I mean, 10x trading was the next one. I mean, it was another ILV contribution, but Epic Games launch announcement. I don't know, whenever that is, sell, because sell the news event. Geez, and it's up 150% in less than 3 weeks. Yep, good time to sell. Good God. Again, I think if you were going to look at Bitcoin like in the past with a double bottom, I think we're in 2019 on the way to 16K, which Bitcoin was, from 20K to 3K to like 5K back to 33.43, the harmonic completed, and then we went on the run and retraced 61.8% of the way. So let's say if that's my opinion on where we are. And again, all situations are unique. So if we were going to make a 618 like we did in 2019, then $48,574 is the target from here. I'm just talking about, he's asking, has the COVID crash just happened? No, because it would be, if it was just going to repeat history, which I have no idea if it would, but if it was, it would be like this. 54 or 48 or whatever, and then it would begin drawing down. It would create a W, and then it'd be over, and then eventually, okay. And then down here, you'd be looking for an 886 or something, Then we're talking, that's 2020. Not now. We're in 2019. No one wants to hear that though, right? Everyone wants to hear, oh yeah, 2020. Like, see what I'm saying? Like this is where we were. We've been, and we're probably like right here, right around here. And so a 618 is what I'm talking about. From the all-time high to that low, 61.8% retrace, And then you had this. And then that was the double bottom on the weekly. So just being real. I'm not saying anything's going to happen like that, but you were the one that came up. You were the one talking about literally this situation. So, all right, Ren, we'll just look at it because you requested it. This is the last request that someone had. Ren, hello? Is it not even on my watch list anymore? Wow. Dang, man.
Hey Mitch, thanks for the early stream, dude.
Dr. Claus, thanks
Can
for
you
the
check out
$50 contribution. We
XRD?
certainly will.
Have been looking at the
Thank you,
5-day
man.
TF
Thank
and
you.
looks tasty.
Session top Jesus right there, and it's not even close.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
XRD. But yeah, let's look at this Ren real quick because gotta find it. Yeah, and I mean, like, my God, dude. Like, dude, I don't even. I mean, wow. It's like, this is like terrible. Like, even with the pumps going on that have been going on for 3 weeks to a month now, you lose. If you're a rent holder, you lose. You've lost. It's over. Because Bitcoin's up like 35% in 3 weeks to a month. Ethereum up a lot. Many random S coins up substantial percentage points in the same amount of time. And here's Ren. Ren, chat. You lose. That's all I can say. Yeah, Coinbase delisted Ren. That was why it wasn't on my watch list anymore. That's it. It was up 59% or something too. They delisted it and look at it now. Huh. You lose. You FOMO, you lose too. So there wasn't really any sort of good argument compared to others on buying it. I got nothing for this, man. I just, no. Like, sure, congratulations on it being down 98% from its lows from 3 years ago, but look, man, you're looking for, like, when it does that, that's great, but you're looking for, like, higher highs, higher lows. You're looking for the psychology of the buyers. You're looking for, I understand, and I'm cognizant that they are coming in over a long period of time. I mean, some of these have been showing accumulation for a year now. XRP not making lower lows, lower highs since effing July of 2022. No, XRP was not doing that. It's only been, someone's been out there buying it, accumulating it. Those are the ones I want to own. This is trash, even if it rallies again. I don't care. So I would just never own it. Oh yeah, get mad, dude. Get mad that you're a loser, Red Eyes, and you own Ren, and you're poor. Like, no one here cares, dude. You're the joke based on you being triggered about me talking crap about your favorite Beanie Baby. No one cares. You're a loser, nobody on the internet. I've been doing this 6 years. I make a living doing it. Get mad, bro. Cry about it. People do listen to me. They watch me. They don't watch you. You're nobody. No one's saying I'm really much of an anybody, but they still listen to me because I abide by the principles of traditional technical analysis. You're a cult member of Rencoin. No one cares. All right, let's go to XRD next. Sorry, Gergo. I mean, is this what you want? XRD? I mean, it's just the fact that, like, oscillators don't really look that great. There's no, like, impending reversal here. It's almost just as bad as Ren. In a way, I mean, this should have caught some bids. Some, dude. Oh.
Howdy.
You think that Red Eye guy is triggered? He's so mad that people contribute to this stream. He's mad about it. He just can't believe that people find value. He can't believe it, man. He's triggered and he watches. What a loser, right? Imagine like hating somebody and watching them. Yikes. Thank you, Mama Ivy. If you want to trigger a loser today, feel free to contribute to the stream, apparently. Wow. So again, though, Dr. Colossus, something like this. I mean, yes, 99% retrace. And since mid-October, it's underperformed Bitcoin. It's underperformed all the altcoins. It's up 10% in the same period of time that Bitcoin's up 35+%.
Mama Ivy tipped $100. F you, Red Eye.
Thank you so much, Mama Ivy, for the 169 sexual dollars. People getting triggered, man. Mama
Sorry,
Ivy
should have said, use Gadio data
Dr.
feed
Colossus,
5.
you're triggering these guys. They can't believe it, man. They're in disbelief. What was it you said? Look at Gate.io. All right, yeah, we'll look at Gate.io because this is bad. I'm gonna delete this. This doesn't even deserve any data here. Okay, let's go to XRD to on .io. KI coming in, bringing in the Bama taxpayers, into the situation here. It's a militia. Well, I mean, just swing lows down here. Hey, it's another. If you want it, direct access immediately, So it being up 10% and Bitcoin's up almost 40%. It got to its highest point. It was 40% at 38K roughly. It's not giving us like this crazy development. You said the 5-day. We can look at it. Yeah, there's some divergence on the 5-day. You found it, I guess. So, all right, in this situation, how is one strategizing the risk? I'd like to know, Dr. Colossus, how would you just say, all right, there's like a local bottom that's been put in at 3.9 cents. You would have your stop loss
Throwing
there.
my few shekels at a worthy cause.
Oh, thank you, Jay. Remember, there's someone so triggered out there about Ren Coin that I talked crap about their Beanie Baby that they're trash talking. Like, it's a joke, man. Call me a joke, bro. Nah, man, I win. Someone call me a joke loses. They're poor. Okay, and they didn't earn it. They didn't earn anything. We've been here 6 years. Most of this community, we've been here 6 effing years daily. Through the bull markets, the bear markets, and the no trends. Teaching people how to invest in themselves so they become financially independent and they can break away from this effed up clown world we live in now. We are doing the Lord's work, the financial Lord's work. So I just say, how do you strategize with a stop loss there? Here's the problem. Like if you like it gets triggered and you get stopped out, what happens if it just goes down and tests 3.6 cents? What is that? That's like 0.2 cents, 0.2 cents away, and then it bounces. Or then it goes down to 3.3 or 3.1 cents and then bounces. I mean, like the literal lowest risk area would be here. And then a lower risk area would be 3.6. But yeah, maybe this is another higher low. I'm just not seeing like an M shape. I'm not really seeing like a real true double bottom. You look at this, right? I'm not really seeing the predictable patterns, the things that we look at that have been researched for 100 years plus. I'm not seeing it. I see it undeniably, and there's no argument on FIL. There it is. It's everything I could dream of right now. An Adam and Eve double bottom on the weekly after, and that's happening after a completed M shape. And it's all over the course of 500 days. Beautiful. Again, it's like it might rally because it's lost 99% of its value and crypto's been recovering, and it could be its time on the whack-a-mole, right? Random. But I'm just, even still, I'm going to try to look for the most low risk setups with the best looking structures that would be as close to being in a textbook as you could possibly get. And this is one. This and Matic and now Wi-Fi, you know. When? What do you mean?
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Since we started out on Bitcoin.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
It's there, dude. It's been there.
Mitch, when Powell's shut the effing door soundbite.
Thank you, dude. Dr. Colossus, I mean, like, I'm not saying it can't go up from here. It's just when it doesn't present what we research or what we study from the people that have researched it, it's just harder for me to sign off on it and give a blessing. I got full blessing on it. Look at the weekly weekly divergence. It's a dream state. It's a dream chart. Almost like the specimen, the one. It is the one. Once $5 breaks, probably going to double in price. Might take a little while, but it's in development, man. It's a 5-day weekly chart here. So yeah, I mean, not nitpicking, just saying. This is the 5-day. These are dreams, though, man. They really are the dream. And, you know, we can go to Litecoin, whatever. It's down 1.5%. I'm not looking at it because he requested it. I'm just looking at it because it's a crypto that's larger. What happened, man? Gosh dang it. How do I get rid of that? The volume got put on the other side. All right, whatever. No volume. So the spring back test has occurred, right? The level from history, you caught some follow through, but performing pretty meh compared to many others. Remember, if BlackRock did not come out yesterday and file for an ETF for Ethereum, then Ethereum would be pretty much like Litecoin in performance. Like, meh, wet fart, who cares? It's pretty lame performance to Bitcoin. So, like, what happens if BlackRock came out tomorrow or on Monday and they're like, hey, we're filing a Litecoin spot price ETF? Well, one thing is they're probably the one that is doing the spring bag test, right? Front running it, but you know, Litecoin would certainly hit 84 and probably run to 105. So it might need a news driven catalyst is what I'm saying to really get going. But for now, everything's you're safe. Your argument is valid until the price of Litecoin falls below 65.76 with follow through and confirmation with candle closes and all that. So yeah, pretty lackluster. Like, you know, Bitcoin wins. Like, oh God, you know what we should do? We should just look at Litecoin to Bitcoin. I haven't looked at this in a while. Is there a reason? Does Kay Ivey know? Does she know if the Bama pension fund we're doing the Litecoin to Bitcoin? Go. Mother of God, it's so bad, dude. Like, wow, just collapsed. Like, there was the M shape, remember? And like, this is harmonic dud behavior. I mean, in reality, this is kind of the way for a while it was going on a lot of altcoins after completing their M shapes and before the fake news ETF approval came in and before Bitcoin put in that third valley. This is the way it looked. And then instead, you know, hey, it came in, and then all of a sudden right here, instead of collapsing, continued higher paired to the US dollar. Stupid bad money, like soft crap money, toilet paper, and you know, and then this is paired to Bitcoin, the hardest money ever created, ever in human civilization. So, yeah, your harmonic, it played out, just underperformed like trash, and then Bitcoin. So nearing, wow, how bad is that? I mean, nearing your lowest levels kind of ever. You know, there's a scam wick back in 2017. Okay. But if you exclude that, I mean, maybe what's happening now is we can look at it like this, that this is the wave structure. And in the problem, you're not even catching a reaction at the 886. Like no bids, just falling through. Okay, so You're getting to a reaction level, right? From this low to high up here. It's a bat pattern. A big bat pattern. Just win bids. There's certainly, I mean, I'm just identifying it. I don't know if it's going to play out here, but it's certainly there. You see it. You got a low. You have a substantially lower low at the 886 completion of the M shape, and it's right there. It's like you're oversold once, and then you get oversold on the lower low, and it's a higher level of relative strength. So there it is, man. The only way, how's this going to play out? The only way is a news-driven catalyst. Like, there's no way Litecoin's just going to, without a news-driven catalyst, start out performing like really hard. I mean, you would think not, right? Especially where Bitcoin dominance is. It has not hit 60% yet. We're waiting on that. But it's kind of there, man. Dude, oh my God, it's freaking Argus scan. It's the Beverly Hills Jesus, man. Kidding me, dude? Dude, you never sent me a link of the AK-47 lamps you have in your villa mansion, dude. You gotta let me know, man. You still got my number. You should text me that. I'm just waiting for it to. It's very slow. I don't know. The TTS is being really. We'll just do this until it actually.
Clipping coupons in the stock market.
There it is. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Boom. Oh, it is so well, man. Lots changed, man, since I think our
Hope all
paths
is well.
crossed. I've moved to Paradise, South Florida, man. And it's a dream down here. Really is. Incredible. And I hope you're also doing well. I hope you've been able to weather this crypto winter, the longest crypto winter on record. I hope you were able to, and I hope you have prospered from this past month of price action that has propagated Bitcoin to about nearly a 40% rally in that time to its highs, where it almost hit 38K. It was off by like $5 yesterday. So thank you, man. Much love. Wow. If y'all don't know, Arcascan is he's an ancient member of the community, an ancient relic that we know, and one of many huge winners at life. I don't know, there's something about our community. We just, right? Hey, man, winners hang out with winners. That's how it works. Losers have no place here, really. Like, if you're a loser, become a winner. If you hang around winners, you end up becoming a winner. So, hey, if you're a loser in the community, keep your mouth shut, invest in yourself, and become a winner. And then you can become like most of us. It's crazy, dude. Invest in yourself, right? Invest in yourself. Spent years quietly by myself learning about all this stuff, talking to no one about it. Then I'm like, I gotta find people to talk to about it. And that's when this whole thing started. One sec. My set ended. We'll just keep it going. We got. Well, we are.
It's time for Power Hour.
Oh, there it is. Boom. He sent me the link to the machine gun lamps. Thank you, Arcascan. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't have any lamps in my bedroom yet, so cheers, dude. Probably worth more than the C note you just dropped, though. Okay. So we were just looking around at the cryptos, then the requests came in. I think we've completed the requests, right? We looked at Litecoin just for fun. Like, so big tech's doing its thing, but you still got like assets that are just getting kind of smoked. Some are getting smoked. Most things are up today, though. Yeah, what we could do look at some of these sectors. We have Bitcoin up on the chart, 37,181. It's always going to be there. You're never going to miss the price of Bitcoin on this stream, especially during these market conditions. Instead of chat, we have the Bitcoin chart, and we will come right back to Bitcoin if we start seeing some green again, like where we start running to the highs of the day, which we saw that on the last 4-hour candle, highs of the day, 37,480. So we are a few $100s off of that. But we could look at just, all 11 sectors of the S&P 500 are up today, right? Like it looks like the communication services sector isn't done yet at all. That could have been an actual bear trap where the sellers pushed the price below the key inflection point from history and locally. But now the rally is getting at near 52-week highs. Just a little bit more and you will be there. So pretty strong XLC here, been uptrending, and it's not in jeopardy yet. In fact, some person out there could be like, well, isn't that possibly some sort of right angle descending broadening formation? Yeah, just a range, just a little rectangle, bullish rectangle, a fake false bearish breakdown. Looks okay for now. The XLK though, forget about it. Yeah, look at that, man. Supply line broken. Working on your highest daily candle close since July 19th. You understand today the XLK, if it all stayed the same or higher in the next 23 minutes, it would be the second highest daily candle close ever. Wow. Insane, right? You hear me? Second highest daily candle close ever in 23 minutes. If we, like in this 23-minute period, saw some serious buying, it could possibly become the highest daily candle close ever, but that would take just like maybe another $1. So I'll have an alert there if we hear the beat. Dow Jones Transportation, certainly nothing like communications or XLK, but gapped up back above the inflection point. Maybe a spring back test and a gap fill here. It could be a long. My God, they hold it there, but you made your all-time highs in November 2021, and you've never been able to rival that. So, okay, off the low. Everything's off the lows. XLY off the lows. All right, buyers apparently, look at that. That was a false bearish breakdown. It was confirmed with the daily close, but the next day, buyers got the price right back above it. So we see that on Bitcoin all the time. That one daily close, confirming it, but no follow through. And anything above 150, 154, you're technically okay because that's a serious level. This question is like, whenever you pull back, will you make a higher low eventually? So we can, this is a higher low than these lows, which is good. But I'm just saying a local higher low always, and a formal back test and gap fill is going to give you the lowest risk, right? What happens, just something like this. Man, getting that would be legendary. That's a long opportunity right there. We could get that. Confirmation. A lot of things happening if that occurs. Energy that had been, it's terrible. Dang, dude. It had been more resilient than any other sector outside of tech, and was rallying when tech was correcting. But man, this is just it's incredible bearish Gartley, 886 Gartley. That's actually returned.
ABNB, 3 rising valleys in the making. Bullish Gartley completion locally with a piercing line, bullish engulfing, but falling out of rising wedge. Thoughts? F governments, we the people.
Anonymous, thanks for the super American contribution, 1776. If you don't know, Bitcoin is a non-violent 1776. These people that are in power now, right? There's no way there's going to ever be a revolution, right? They manufacture crises to make sure of that, right? The whole January 6th thing that's such a joke, right? And that was like them, okay, we got to project what we're doing onto our opponents, right? They stole the 2020 election, then they create January 6th and make it seem like this huge thing because they control the media. All right, well, no one's going to do anything because you can't do anything. The media's controlled. It's over. And so they have the power and they're stealing, right, by printing all this money, taking on all this debt, that no one's even buying anymore. No one's even buying our debt anymore. So how do you escape it? Alternative system. You're looking at the chart. Bitcoin is the chart. The crypto too, just all of it, crypto. But Bitcoin's the lowest risk on the curve of escaping the scam system that has been completely compromised and sold to the highest bidder. All these representatives in Congress, they're scams. They're jokes. They do not represent us, and they're robbing the coffers and enriching themselves. And when they do that, look what's happening. Purchasing power collapses. Yours, all of it. Doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you are on. It's happening. You're becoming poorer every single day. And just think about the parabolic curve, right? Think about the inverse of that. We're legging down in fiat purchasing power. Legging down. The angle of descent is steepening to the highest degree now that it's ever been. Anyway, 1776, Bitcoin. It is a non-violent way to revolt. So the XLE...
Lay daily, please. Is this a textbook 3 falling peaks? Clinking teacups. English banks ruined. 4.20383552 Phil.
What's up, Harry and Lloyd? You're saying there's a chance. Clinking teacups. That's right, dude. Well, look, I sweat on in it. Thanks for the FIL, the 4.2 FILs.
Is that a joint?
Cheers, man. Wow, you're getting me to buy into a weekly structure like that. Thanks so much for the DCA there. Wow. So anyway, we'll get to it. We certainly will. The XLE, though, it seems like you've broken this initial demand line. It was pretty well respected. You're back below it. You're back below the 200-day moving average. Here's an issue. When's the last time the XLE was really starting to down slope? I mean, you did see it during this correction here back in March, but it's happening again. And it's happening after only confirming, a beautiful bearish Gartley. Do not ignore the Gartleys, dude. And don't ignore 2008 inflection points where massive reversals occurred in the past. Well, I would not ignore that too. Locally, these errors, remember, price action locally is a big key of being able to identify maybe what could be coming next or what increases the probability of the next outcome, where you know the harmonic completes and you see that high in September 14th this year, and then you see a lower high and then a drawdown, a big sign of weakness, and then a rally, and then it just rivals that high. And in fact, traders are settling up lower. But these two highs are lower than the highest high. That's telling. That's a signal. That's a confirmation of distribution. And look at it now. Since that was identified, it has been drawing down, and just yesterday saw its lowest price since July, mid-July. Multi-month lows. Sure, it could pivot and make a higher low than these lows eventually and keep running. Absolutely. But yeah, you're just not really doing great right now. All right, Airbnb, right? Yeah. What's up, McChan? Yeah, we'll look at Link for sure. It killed it, man. For sure. The haters are triggered, man. They can't believe it. They're in effing disbelief, Link. Man. Man, I remember when Airbnb had like possibly some good setup, but yeah, we'll look at Link. Thank you. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Holy crap, that was legendary. Well, here's the thing, man. I mean, you tell me, right? Again, like I'm not making an opinion on like where inflection is, right? You as the viewer, you see it December 2020, walking you through it. That's a swing low, right? I mean, the price propelled to 224 off that 120 low there. Okay. Well, then here, look at this high. You see this? This is where it reversed. It was support back then. It became resistance, and reversals, right? Resistance. Then it became a support in August. But now you've broken it. And right now you're formally back testing it as resistance. At the same time, you're below the 200-day simple moving average. I mean, like, it hasn't made technically like it made a lower low than this low, right? And could complete an M shape right there, but based on historically what happens when buyers are unable to break that level, normally, even if it's mild or short term, normally what happens, right? Normally you draw down. So like, if that's the most recent event, I gotta, I would feel more comfortable about owning B&B if the price was above 125 and it was formally back testing it as support. That right there, that's where I would be like prone to want to maybe take action. But even if I took action, I would understand I don't expect any outcome except something to happen, right? And I know that I could get stopped out, but wouldn't I want to have a form of confirmation that this level that had been some support in the past, resistance in the past, support in the past, wouldn't I want it to be confirmed as support again with price action? That's like where it would be, I think, a lot more advantageous. For now, that's pretty bad. I mean, that's like not really what you're looking for. Normally after you're up thrusting and failing, and then it's being the validity of it as a support resistance is being reconfirmed, right? And that's where we are. And you have a really good macro day, so it's also up almost, it's up 2.58%, right? But you said something else. Let's see. You said 3 rising values. Well, I thought it was, and then it still could be. I mean, certainly, yeah. Just, I think like if that's your thesis on classic accumulation, fine. Wouldn't you want to take a long, though, when the price is correlating to a level a certain way that it's being certainly regarded as resistance right now? How are you going to strategize it? You're just going to have a stop loss below 114. What if it goes a little bit lower, stops you out, and it keeps drawing down, but still ends up making a higher low, and then eventually goes on the rally? That's what I'm saying. It's harder to manage your risk when the most recent discernible event on the chart is a formal bearish backtest of a resistance from history. All right, sorry. That's LYG for Harry and Lloyd. And the link after that. Lloyd's Banking. Oh my God. Well, so far, pretty bad, right? I mean, this is a multi-year downtrend. Probably before that. This is like an all-time downtrend. It's terrible. Like every rally that you ever get, just about, always concludes with lower highs. So every rally sorry, I've got these noise canceling headphones on. It's tough sometimes. Every rally you get ends up less market participants involved with the asset than they were before. And that most recently has occurred. It started with the February 10th rally and then lower highs confirming it. And then 237, an inflection point. As you can see, these resistances back from 2011 and 12. And a candle close from 2009. And really, I mean, like you could even call it a big zone because you got, look at this, swing low, right? So it's a zone, 237, 247. The major inflection zone on this chart.
How's Mateys looking?
Confirmed.
OKX has the longest
right?
chart
We just
history.
looked at like Airbnb.
Go Dogs.
Right, the price fell.
Huskies. Not that Georgia thing.
Thank you, Chillwave, for the 1555. Oh, we will look at Metis, dude. Oh. Well, dogs is like literally Georgia's thing, dude. I mean, wouldn't you say go Huskies if you were a Washington fan? The Penix Club. Playing Utah. You better not sleep on them, man. They're the sleepers, right? They upset USC. I'm not saying, it's struggle, but just know, right? Isn't Washington playing Utah this weekend? Am I crazy? Bitcoin's going green on the 4-hour chat just for a second right there. But okay, so anyway, I was talking about like price action, how it correlates to inflection points from history, right? I mean, there was an up thrust. Oh my God, it was a literal breakout in February. You were breaking the level. Holy crap. And then the failure. And then a back test, a lower high first off. Oh, distribution locally. Yikes. So less market participants involved than before. And then a lower low. Dang, man. lower low. Now all of a sudden we're working on trend reversal and the lowest high. These two highs. Oh, and this one really concluded it, saying, all right, what was once a support resistance from history from over a decade, 12 years ago, is resistance again. And since that was confirmed, right? Look at the drawdown. And now, unfortunately, I have this other level on this chart. I've been here before. There it is, 205 from March 2009. You understand what's happening right now. And of course, you could rally back above it. But look what you've done. I mean, isn't that level being formally regarded as resistance now? And you're about to close the week below 205? I mean, that. And then locally, I mean, this may be nothing, because it's just not much time's gone by. But geez, dude, I like see it. And again, I could be completely off here. Let's see, one peak, a second peak, and then, I mean, it's like we have like a textbook potential 3 falling peaks continuation on our hands. And the third peak, I bet there might very well be hidden bearish divergence. I haven't even looked yet. But on the third peak is the formal bearish backtest of the key inflection point from 2009 that cannot be argued with, because it's so real. It's right there. It's not my opinion, right? You're the viewer. I'm showing the work. It's being back tested as resistance. And it just happens to be the low that could, whoops, oh my God, what have I, sorry. Forget that, don't worry about that. And the third low, or the third high, that's the rule of 3. After the third valley, the third peak, resolution normally comes after that third. Even if like it breaks upward, it could be a huge rally upward on the third valley. Doesn't mean, it seems more probable down, because the trend is terrible bearish, long-term bearish, even midterm, it's only lower highs, lower lows, and you now got this like really strong. It's almost like a sprint. It's an updraft back test of updraft, right? Like, wouldn't you be like super bullish on something that looked like that? I would. So easy to manage your risk for a long if it looked like that, right? Your stop loss would be marginally below this last low here and below that 2009 inflection point. Yeah. All right. So let's see if we got the Wombo combo, right? The Wombo combo is on the third peak. You have hidden bearish divergence. Yeah, I mean, it just depends, because it's kind of been holding up. That you haven't really started losing your negative momentum. It's still very elevated. So you need to see some more data. Like, we need to get closer to neutral. But it's like, certainly if it starts really rolling over, yes, it will develop and mature into hidden bearish divergence, which is a continuation implied on the third peak. So pay attention. I mean, that just, even if it broke upward, it's so hard for me to be excited. How can you, but I get it. You know why he's requesting it? Because he's identifying some sort of M shape. I got you. But I don't even think it's at the 886 yet though, man, right? We got an X and an A and a B and a C and a D. See, yeah, you can eyeball it. It's not there. So the drawdown could take you to 180. So that doesn't seem like much, but like from where it is right now, what if it just goes to the 886? Goes down 11.25% before completing. So yeah, mixed bag here, right? Could be nearing the completion of a beautiful M shape. But think about it like this. That's not really where I'm looking for these M shapes, right? I'm looking for these M shapes maybe to develop at real 886s. And we got ourselves one in development right now. The shark, right? X, A, B, C, and then D down here. That's where you want to see this M shape start developing. So it's not really contextually at the best spot. I think this is where you'd want to see some stuff. And that makes all the sense in the world, because you got this mega structure, and then you got this 134, 152 level that was respected before. Think about it. Think about an M shape completing there. That's where one would be waiting. Put on the watch list. Forget about it. Have your alert set up down there. If you ever get the beep, it might be time to really go, because that's serious. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, like, you know, the M shape maybe
Glimmer
there.
Of hope for
wouldn't it make sense? Like, we draw. This helps us draw
line
down
today
to that
from
level.
March 22nd.
We'll see.
Minus the August
okay. Lot going on
scam
this
candle.
one, and you know,
Thanks,
sometimes it's
Mitch.
like that. All right, Bitcoin really just like legit. If you can see it, this channel here it's been very well respected. So it looks like the buyers broke it out again, and you've been skating along the breakout for 9 hours now. So you've broken the channel, and it's kind of being regarded as support right now. As you see it, like breakout back test, and just holding here. Oh, and by the way, about an hour ago, didn't even mention it, sorry. We gotta have some delayed Jesus chimes because it was the highest 4-hour candle close in 18 months on Bitcoin just 1 hour ago. I mean, if that doesn't, like, nothing really will, dude. Very nice. I think that's awesome. Lesser time scales, 18-month highs, the highs of the year of 2023. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so a lot of stuff going on, a lot of arguments. But in my opinion, like if you think about like the weekly here, good God, could you imagine that M shape? Well, hold on, God. Visibility. Yeah, I think K. Ivy would probably put Alabama all in here. And here's the problem with the weekly. Look at the weekly 200 simple moving average. Look how now the price is below it formally. And it's been below it. And it's at RSI 43. Look left. You know, you're below this low. And, you know, outside of that, straight down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up. And why not down? And why not complete the M shape? That would be the most prudent entry, would be in the 140s. Just would on this chart, okay? It's a bank. It's an effing bank. Who's long in banks? What a joke. Whew. All right. Chain link for McChan Link. Why don't you just change your name to McChan Link? It'd be your brand, dude. Up 2.49%. It's incredible. You know, it was dead. No trend. Worst no trend, I think, in crypto. It was the worst no trend. It stayed between $5 and $9.50 and went up and down more times, I think, probably than any other crypto during that longest bear market. This was the longest no market, you know, on Link. It wasn't making lower lows, lower highs. It was just making the same lows, same highs. And then a sneaky higher low. And then a formal back
Mitch,
test.
Could
of
you
the
check
2020
Uni,
low
please?
as support.
What would be your
gone.
targets?
What's up, Flipper, dude? Yeah, well, I mean, it's a trade setup in the Patreon. So if you were to join the Patreon in the trade setups, you would have the entry, the stop loss, and take profits. But we can still look at it and talk about those, sure. Uniswap's incredible looking. In the weekly, it's godlike. Technical impeccability. Oh, by the way, real quick, we have, in the past couple days, we have had a multitude of new patrons, and I just want to give them credit and thank them for joining, because remember, this is a 100% crowdsourced community going on 6 years now. I've never accepted money from any entity and promoted it to you, the viewer. I've never monetized my videos or my streams. I'm playing copyright music right now. So it's impossible. You can't monetize with copyright music. So that's just to enhance the stream for you. No affiliate marketing links ever. Never will. So it's crowdsourced. So these people that are joining, that are about the Jesus chimes, they keep this going. So 1-8 Capital, A-Run, Steel Wheels, thank y'all for joining the Patreon. Shamlam, thank you for joining as well. And then we had, Aran, you just joined. Okay, thank you so much, dude. Someone said they were going to join they were going to take the black and they were going to join annually. So if you're doing that, let's go, dude. Okay, but Chainlink on the weekly, this week, breaking the 200-week simple moving average for the first time since April of 2022. And you just think like, I have a 1635 above 1144 on the weekly. As you can see that high back from November 2020. Then you almost hit it. You might still in 2 days, 4 hours, but that's kind of it there. And then you just got to start looking like, hey, I see 18 bucks, 20 bucks psychological, and above 20 is the really big. When you break $20, that's where you start getting 30% pumps to the next resistance, because it's like $20 to $30, you know. $30 to $35, $35 to $50. Yeah, so what a run so far. It's been crazy on Chainlink. Hi in the chat. Highest RSI reading on the weekly, 80. Officially since, actually, August 2020. Took out that high barely from February 2021. I mean, that's kind of it, right? I mean, anyone requesting this asset is probably just asking about inflection points. And on the daily, 1570 to 1635, you're at it. You hit it. It's, you know, it's like look, the candle high close I have from that same level and the wick high. So Jesus chimes for, I mean, pretty much like levels being respected, you know. Jesus chimes, yeah, nice. Straight line down, straight line up, straight line down, straight line up. All right. Thanks, McChan. Let's look at Metis for chill wave. Another audio check, make sure we're good. Yep, I mean, you know, Metis, let's see. OKX, he wants OKX, sorry, let's see. OKX. Alright. Well, you know, I've not been on this one, so let's just start fresh here. Look at the levels from history. Oh, there you go. Even if we were gonna, you know, you just plot it, and then we got ourselves like the bottom. Okay. Well, you've broken the resistance. It was kind of, I mean, it was pretty bad, man. It was pretty trash, you know. It was like all-time lows, undoubtedly. Then you came up, and a formal bearish back test of what was once the all-time low became a resistance. That's garbage. But then when the sell-off happened, a higher low got put in. A very subtle tell of more than before, right? Like the higher lows represent more market participants involved than before. So that higher low was, I guess, your cue on this one. Really, what wouldn't be giving me that much? I mean, like when it's down there and it's like this, I mean, really hard to be like that excited, because you don't know, like it could just keep drawing down the next few days and then make the lowest ever, or go test the low. You just don't know. But a bit did pivot, and it rallied and tested the resistance again, and then it was almost like a sell wall was here, a very appropriate level, and then a pullback and even higher low. And then, you know, you could say, well, the safest, lowest risk person would be waiting for the price to get back above $15 and then a formal bullish back test. Well, you did get you got a spring officially on November 3rd, and you got an official spring back test on the 6th. It did happen. And since that spring back test, you can see acceleration. You now see the highest prices since, I mean, really highest price since July 9th. Above the 200-day moving average for the first time since May. But with that being said, it's kind of like, well, there were some technical indicators. If you were a Metis like Maxi and you were studying this chart like crazy, you can't say there wasn't maybe a little bit of an edge there, right there.
Just seeing if you could take a look at Hexist on the 4-hour daily, 0.008507333 ETH.
Sure, thank you. Appreciate it. Day Richland. American contribution, dude. Thank you. So, at this point, there's nothing you can do as a swing trader, right? You could get a more pronounced spring back test eventually. And You could maybe take the closer you are to 1376 and 1509, the closer you are to being at a level where you could manage your risk optimally. Where you are now, impossible to manage risk because there's no way to strategize an entry where you are now and a stop loss where you are now. It's impossible. But yet you had a chance, and you could have really, if you were honing in on this, you could have seen springback. And if it was real, okay, I'm going to take a long based on the springback test and had a stop loss somewhere marginally below $15, 1376, you know, and you're up on that. But that's all I got for you. If you want like next targets, I mean, potentially I see like right here, there's a lot of inflection. September 20. Well, take it even further. Candle high close right there. Wow. Candle high close June 2022. You know, all the lows here from September 2022. You can see again March 2023. Even June, that's like $23. So you're kind of limited now. That's kind of your next inflection point. Above that, almost looking like it's kind of like this candle high close there, the wick right there, a nice back test here, and then a nice another perfect test. Almost tested in 2020. I mean, that could be maybe your next target after that. 23, then 32, 50. And then after that, things start getting pretty wild, you know. So, hey, you look at this on the weekly and be like, wait a second, man, this could be like, this, you know, there's a Wyckoff accumulation schematic, actually, where like the last thing to happen is the false bearish breakdown. And you talk about it like this being the range. You know, forget this. This is like a daily softer level. But you can see it. There's your range. And the sellers have failed. And so you're at the bottom. You're near the bottom of the range. And the upside potential is insane if it was actually going to just run to the top of the range again. Right? It's the way you could size it up on the weekly. So you could find that. Maybe I could find that.
Hi Mitch, I am not a trader. I am considering deploying cash for medium term. Do you think the 4-hour higher high is enough to invalidate yesterday's dump, or you would wait for a daily close? What would invalidate this uptrend?
I mean, to a point, it's really maybe one of your most standard accumulation schematics, right? Like where hold on. You can almost look at it like this, right? Where you have like your selling climax, your automatic rally, maybe your secondary test right here. I think it's missing a few parts to the Wyckoff, but what I'm talking about is just like right here. This is kind of where we are. If we were going to look at Metis as a Wyckoff accumulation schematic, we just concluded phase. We're like concluding phase C with the back test of the spring, right? And if it's real, then in the coming couple months, 3 to 6 months, you'd be looking for your last points of supply, where we would see a steady rally, some mild pullbacks, shallow pullbacks. There could be a lot. And eventually you would see the top of the trading range again, which again is like 44.61 on this. We'll see. So it's not right daily. Yeah, my God, man, you're kind of far off. I mean, you're about 20% off. I mean, like the optimum entry area, but still relative to the weekly, you're not too far off at all. You're near the bottom of this range, dude. Like let's say even from where it is right now, being up 5% today. Like there's like 125% if it sees the top of the range again, upside if it sees it. So can't rule it out at all, man. Okay, spent too much time there, but it's cool. All right, Genghis Khan. Well, let's talk, man. Let's go. Now we should be phase. And, you know, the weekly could be drawn out. It could go higher, and then you could get something. This would, again, be the most legendary thing you could ever see. Like if you got that, I would take some of my money and probably just put it in this with a stop loss somewhere marginally below 1370 and just let it ride and see if we do it. Over double our money. If we got this, if it's a pronounced spring back test on the weekly, it'd be GG no unreal. All right, sorry. Let's move on. Penn Gaming. Oh, I don't know. I mean, shoot, dude, that thing had been getting destroyed. But yeah, making a comeback. Making a comeback this week and last week. So here it is. I mean, like, there's a supply line. What's the most recent discernible event on the Penn chart first off? The lowest low seen in over 3 years. We're getting closer to 4 years. I mean, it's like, yeah, 3.5 years plus. Okay, so a gap up on no volume and such a small disparity of price from one candle to the next that it's a nothing burger gap. It's not a breakaway gap, meaning there's a high probability eventually that would fill. So there's no confirmation low. No divergence at all down here. Look at the 200-day moving average. There's really nothing about this chart that screams it's time to buy. What a great asset. Oh my God. There is no one accumulating this that has money. No one. Like short-term pops, okay. Well, there have been short-term pops, and every time they're lower highs eventually. And they roll over. Heck, man, this thing could go to 26.66. Fine. Still probably going to be a lower high. So it's in a very well-established bear trend, downtrend. And it even with that, like it's not showing any of the variables we look for so we can strategize and manage our risk optimally. Nothing. But yeah, it broke a supply line. So big hype in the chat. Congratulations. The Penn Moon Boys have been taking a bunch of L's for a long time, so we'll give them that, okay?
Look here. Look, listen.
Wow, sorry, wrong button, dude. You know what?
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Thank you, Demillis. Supply, yeah. Marsh, he's talking about the supply line and the TTS. Besides the ESPN, yep, dude. Again, just because supply lines break, congrats. There are a multitude of things that have to occur over a vast amount of time on significant time scales for trends to reverse. And this hasn't done anything. Like a supply line breaking is like, okay, not part of the trend reversal formula. Higher highs, higher lows consecutively for multiple times. All right, let's go to Uni, which is an unreal, beautiful, Jesus-like, and it's holding true. Like you look at Penn Gaming, no. You look at Uniswap, sweet mother of God, yes. By the book, dude. This is by the book. Yeah. The one thing about it, I've been saying, explicit warning on the 68, 69% retrace on B. It's a little deep, okay? A little too deep. But the way there have been other harmonics developing that are perfect on the crypto market like this, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. And the one low, the second low, these levels, right? The zone here is being defended successfully again. And then you go to the weekly. Yeah, exactly. You go to the weekly, divergence, first level of positive momentum on the weekly after the development of the divergence, the bullish divergence. This is what you look for. This is what dreams are made of. I'm sorry. This is what you study, invest in yourself. So when you're identifying this stuff, it's second nature. It's like breathing. When you see it, you lose your mind in a way because it's art. Again, technical impeccability. And it's all happening, great context, after a crash, after the whole bubble deflated, 90%, 95% of the value's gone, but there's this one little level, actually, from November 2020 that the buyers are defending. This is it. This is utter failure from the sellers. Predictable patterns. Like, I would not be surprised in 3 to 6 months if we see $12 off something like this. All right, Genghis Khan, let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Let's be kings, man. This is it, dude. I don't know what else to say. You can call me names. You can call me anything you want. Call me a joke. Just trying to help. Just trying to do all I can. You know, there are people like scamming people every day. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to show you the way of the smart people. I'm not smart. They're smart. I just have been studying the smart people's research for 14 years. That's all I'm doing. So Bitcoin right now, 4-hour highs, 37,365. And as you can see, that supply line is flipped to a demand line for now. This could be majorly significant, or it could just be Rudy Poo joke. We come back, oh, it failed, it's back in the channel. Gentlemen. Okay, but like right now, after such a good week, you gotta wonder how the weekend's gonna be. Is it just gonna be flat, or we're not? There's just not really a general consensus area looking left where a bunch of people would have a ton of sell orders set up by bots. You're kind of in no man's land on Bitcoin right now. 38K, yeah, you saw it. It's that weekly candle close. I'm saying like another $300. There could be some more supply, but right here, low supply, no supply. Yeah, red eyes punch in the air right now. What a joke, dude. Yeah, like easy way. Hey, you know how I know if you're a loser? You watch someone's stream and then you talk trash to the person you're watching. Yeah, that's how you know someone's a loser. So, like, because winners don't do that. Like, literally, no winner, like, goes on a YouTube chat to, like, completely talk trash to someone who's not like, I get it. Maybe there are people, like, hey, actually, like, took money from scams and then promoted those scams to you. And then, like, there's evidence of all this with media packages, you know, and then people lost money on the scam in the rug pull. I get it, right? That's warranted, but I'm not doing any of that. I've never done that. So, all right, that was Uniswap. My targets, they're plotted, right? 697, 867, 1193 on the weekly. There's some targets, man. Okay. Or you want to do Casey Stubbs aggressive targeting, 768, 989. That's it. The ANC. The CNA gets the TNA. Some of y'all get that. Let's go to Hex for Day Richland. Requested that. Thank you so much for the contribution. Down 4.62% today. Jeez, dude. It's brutal, man. It's almost like, am I looking at Luna or something? Just the way it like just collapsed, man. I mean, it bounced off a support level. Wow. Wow, bids came in at an area where there's a general consensus area where multiple market participants might strategize limit buys, and that's where it reversed. Wow. So surprising. Not really. Huge one green candle, and for 3 weeks, nothing. 3 weeks flat. Still lower than the way it closed mid-October, so if we were talking about levels weekly, it just depends, because like, dang, man, you rarely got to say that this candle high close on the weekly back from December 2020, it was respected in July, and it's been respected again 2 weeks ago. So you got that one. I think above that is slightly above, that's 1.4 cents. As you can see, the high, the low. And then above that would be 1.8 cents. But you are right now pretty much just kind of floating between levels. Yeah, someone could be like, oh, that's a swing low right there. So maybe what's happening on Hex, and just devil's advocate here, or angel's advocate, depending on if you're a Satanist or not, I don't know. They exist, man. I hope they don't watch, but this swing low, candle low close from January 2021, it was breached and it's being formally back tested. So you're now kind of ping-ponging between two inflection points. So if you were wanting to trade that, I mean, the closer you are to 7.3 tenths of 1 cent, the closer you are to the most optimum entry for risk management, right? Because would you really want to own it truly below like 6.8 tenths of 1 cent? Nah. But if it holds above that, then easily, look, straight up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So above that level long enough, you could be going to 1.2 cents again. Hey, it's Space Ape, dude. Apes in space, dude. What are the apes doing in space, chat? Yeah, we'll look at it. Thank you for the U. Wi-Fi going dumb. Yeah, but no alerts gone off yet, though, so it hasn't really broken out. We would hear the beep if Wi-Fi continues to go dumber. How is that happening? Because that's the Wi-Fi alert. Jeez. Okay, we got a breakout, chat.
Look here. Look, listen.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Please clap.
Oh, it's good.
All right, 13% up on the day and formally attempting to breach the July 10th high, the December 2022 high, and most importantly, the November 2020 low. Above this is the promised land. Anything above this, all bets are off. This thing could go berserk. Yeah, now thinking 9,200, 10,000. Shorter term targets above this level if it's real. But that's happening as I'm speaking to you, okay? Big breakout, Wi-Fi, hype in the chat. 13% up on the day. Mother of God, positive moment building on the weekly. Sitting at 61, just breaking into the bullish control zone. So not even close to overbought yet. Mother of God. Wow, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Who was it? Was it Caleb Shockley that kept asking me to do that? Man, I wonder if he still watches the stream. Hadn't seen him lately. No request there for that. We're gonna go to the top. Yeah, I would think like literally on something so amazing like this. I mean, yes, 11.5, 14.4 were the targets. And on this attempt, it almost hit the first target, but failed by like $1. I don't know. That's still aggressive targets, and then like a beyond, because it's such a huge structure. 18K Andromeda Galaxy. Bring it back. And Bitcoin looking real strong up here too. Only up 1.81%, so pretty mild. Despite us just an hour and a half ago making the highest 4-hour candle close of 2023. Highest 4-hour candle close in 18 months. Since May of 2022. Okay, so that is your Wi-Fi insanity. I'll just have another alert set up somewhere if we're really going to be in 8,000, you know, like what? So Day Restaurant, I hope you understand what I was talking about on Hex. It's like the levels, and all I can do is kind of point out levels. It's like literally ping-ponging, like it's bouncing between those two levels that I identified. Thanks again, dude. Hindi says he's considering deploying cash for medium term. 4-hour high is enough to invalidate yesterday's dump. Wait for daily close to invalidate the uptrend. Could you you didn't really specify what asset class, what index fund, what chart, Hindi. Could you just type in the chat what you mean real quick if you're watching? Because you literally...
Hello, Mitch.
I think you might be talking about
good.
the S&P or
Please,
Qs
can you
or
take a
something,
look
but
at
I don't
Harry
know.
Potter,
I don't
Obama,
wanna,
Sonic Daninu?
assume.
Rebecca Black,
You
Rebecca
said
Black.
Bitcoin. Well, anyone asking about Bitcoin now, there's nothing I can do. Like, it's high risk because it's up 40% in less than a month. Like, literally, I was live, and Hindi, I appreciate the contribution. I don't know. So you just subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'll show you something, and this is why it pays to just, if you have time, watch my stream, listen to my streams daily when you have free time. It doesn't even have to be live because it's like, dude, it seriously is like this. Like I was literally live on stream October 15th. Possibly the only live streamer in the effing world that identified a potential three rising valleys on Bitcoin when it was pivoting and saying, are we witnessing accumulation on Bitcoin, chat? Was what it said. And plotted it out. It's like, if this is real, minimum 28.8. But someone's accumulating. And that's like that night I posted the Bitcoin Cash trade setup too. I mean, when people are going to continue coming in late, from a risk management standpoint, it's impossible on Bitcoin now. Because how can you manage your risk now? You're approaching like inflection points on the weekly, 38.8, 39K, the candle high closes. And if you go the daily, yeah, you got a little bit more upside, right? Because 40K is visible. That's really, I think the target is 40K here. I think you'll eventually get it, but you can't strategize. You asked, and thank you, Anonymous, dude. Rebecca Black, hype in the chat. Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, and you connect. When Taylor Swift, George Soros collab on stage, when contributing that on TTS. Thank you. Not deep fried meme enough, okay? But close. It was good effort. 4 higher highs enough to invalidate yesterday's dump, or would you wait for a daily close? It wasn't really a dump. I mean, like, that was like, I think a pullback. It's like, okay, these moves, they're like to destroy the over leveraged, right? They're like designed, these moves. Spot traders, spot owners, it's like, huh, what happened? Dang, that's crazy. But like, you're looking at, oh dang, that's crazy for spot buyers, and the leveraged people like got liquidated. Like they lost their entire position on the way down and up. So I think you're going to get those. It's going to happen. But as you can see, like, it's a freight train running away. Like, and you're just history's repeating itself, man. That's all that's happening. Right? Like, what happened? Up, down, up, down, up. Okay. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. Massive drawdown.
Coin ticker dollar WLD Plaza and THX.
So long. Okay. Rallied before then. So being on. Yeah, dude, sure. But eventually when you completed your bear market rally here, formal bearish back test, that was identified on stream. I was literally, I think, in London, or I was in Scotland when this was happening. We were talking about it on stream. And since then, oh, and this one too. This was I was in the Shard at like 1 a.m. doing a live stream, because 1 a.m. there is like normal stream time here before the drawdown. So it's like, I think like, there's nothing you can do here. Like, I have no answer. People will ask me too. Normies, friends, will text me I hadn't talked to in a while about it. And it's like, I can't help you. But hey, I do stream almost every day, and I do try my best. But we're in impulse phase now. We're no longer in consolidation sideways phase. What would invalidate this uptrend? Remember, this uptrend's been going on since the beginning of 2023. Really. You put in a higher low in December, your first higher low, and then you put in a higher high. Then these two lows were higher than this low, and then you put in higher highs, higher low than this low. Then you put in the highest high. Too much supply at a key inflection point, of course. So you had a drawdown, and then rivaled your previous low, same low, slightly higher low than the previous low, these two lows higher than this low. Uptrend continues. Just because you make the same low doesn't mean the trend reverses. People were trying to say that too. like gaslighting and psycho. I mean, people like that are influencers were saying the trend's bearish. They're jokes. Those people are jokes. They don't know how to identify trends or understand what makes a trend a trend. So anyway, the trend resumed that fateful day of October 23rd when we took out the previous discernible highs. So I would think like it. Look at the levels. You know, if you watch this stream, if you're part of this community, these gray zones have been here for like years. And like the price is just moving to those levels. And it's not my opinion. These are just, I'm plotting these levels because they were manufactured this way initially years ago. So the whole world looks at those levels and that's their general consensus area where they'd have limit buys or limit sells. It has been respected to a perfect degree. February has resistance. Look at this next level is resistance. And then this resistance is support, then resistance, then support. And then it's broken on high volume. And it's like, well, why would the next level not be tested? It probably will. Like imagine it respecting the level so well and now it just doesn't respect the next level. You understand, even if we just started rugging right now and this price crashed to 31K, 28.8, as long as a higher low on the daily gets established that's higher than the previous discernible swing lows, you're still in an uptrend. Don't you understand how crazy that is to say that Bitcoin could draw down 23% from where it is right now and a higher low gets put in and it's the highest effing low of the uptrend? That's why it can be so dangerous for someone just buying right now, because they could lose their house and Bitcoin's still in an uptrend long term. Crazy, man.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
All right, we have ourselves, this is back on the menu because Ethereum broke out. We have ourselves, Chalen, thank you so much. I don't know if Crypto Hoarder's in here right now. I know we got a few Ethereum fans to a degree. I know they're not as big of fans since the proof of stake switch, but we now know, okay? This is what Vitalik evolves into. Never before seen, okay? This is what's happening. So Vitalik's kind of already Giga Chad, but just wait until $3,000 when he puts his sunglasses on. And then when it's $5,000, he actually becomes pretty much a founding father of, or, you know, the crypto states of America, I guess. Or he's Ultra Instinct Jesus Man with green laser eyes. So this is the transformation. Vitalik was very bad, and now he's already to Chad status. Okay? Just letting you know. Thank you, Chalen, for the update. Okay. We had a request, I think. Hindi, again, man, I'm very grateful for your contribution. That's kind of just a loaded question. I tried my best to talk about, like, invalidate the trend, right? You can't. You got to lose 30% of your value to put the trend even in jeopardy on Bitcoin now. 30%, something's broken, dude. That happens that fast. Yep, it's true. Yep, it is true. It is literally illegal to take money and to promote it to your viewers and not disclose it. So it's like, if I was lying about that, I would be literally breaking the law. So I just say, like, man, I don't know. I'm playing streamer on hard mode. Gentlemen. I like doing what other people don't do, right? Like, everyone's a streamer now, but are they all able to never take money from an entity and promote it to their viewers? Can they? Clearly, no. If you do what I do, you are in the 0.00001% of live streamers. All right, you. Unity. Wow, dude, what a joke, man. What are you supposed to do here, dude? Here's your Unity software. I mean, like, how do you not get stopped out? Like, if you were even trying to play that, like, what do you do? Like, well, first off, you know how you survive? You don't own the asset leading into earnings. That's a way to protect yourself from this. Look what happened today. You understand this thing opened at 2250. This thing, Uniswap, opened down 12.2%. It opened at its second lowest level ever today, and then rallied and then somehow finished up 7%, trading like worse than an S coin. So yeah, I mean, buyers have captured this 25-26 level. Right, I've just got it plotted here from January, May, and even October, Halloween. This is not Uniswap. This is Unity. Just the U. So to me, it's like that could be, there. Maybe you get a back test. The best thing because you got to add all this divergence too, and dude, it actually turned into triple divergence. Wow. Okay, triple bullish divergence on the MACD, and then RSI, I guess, just kind of stayed flat. So it was like Class C or something. But if you were lucky enough to, though, remember, so. We don't know what will happen, but we know that 25, 26 is kind of a level there, pretty key level. Why does it like plotted like that? Did I do it on the weekly? Because if it's like that, then it's really like that. Okay, 24.77. If you could get a back test, if somehow they were able to draw this down next week and you were to get like something like this and it started rallying off of that, it would be easy to strategize an entry and a stop loss, right? Very easy. But then you'd have to be worried like, hey man, what happens if it goes to $30 and can't break that? It becomes resistance. Well, yeah, you're screwed. But if it gets above 30 and does the same stuff, right? Like we rally and then we back test 30, 29 as support. That's when we're talking huge markups coming. So you're at the basement. You're at the literal basement. And crazy earnings day. I mean, this is like a freaking methed out rave party of price action today. If you're above 24.77, the closer you are to it, if we can back test it, it might be somewhere where someone can manage risk. If they wanted to be a bottom buyer, they're in the bottom of the dumpster off the divergence. Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Inu, 10 coin. All right, we're literally going to it. Was there a formal request? Hey, dude, have you seen Harry Potter, man? Have you seen the Harry Potter movie, man? What? I don't even know which one to look at, dude. Do I? Well, it looks incredible. I mean, it looks fantastic, dude, actually. Like, unironically amazing. God. Yeah, it looks like it's getting ready to make all-time highs. Legit, dude. It's some powerful looking stuff, dude. I'm just going to look at it on this one because it was the first one and I don't really care anymore. Like, I'm going to look around for... Yeah, it's incredible. Oh, it's spring, back test of spring, but it was a double bottom in the end and then runs to the old all-time high from August 15th and is having a drawdown, and you got yourself a nice little hammer, a November 8th hammer, catching some follow through and running. I bet you maybe by today you'll see 1773 again. I wish it was 1776. Let's just make it 1776 for memes. Harry Potter Obama is like the real freedom, dude. Okay, 1776 is the breakout point. So just be prepared. That's a great look, dude. Oh my God. Look at that. Hidden bullish divergence on the higher low. Continuation implied. TA is being respected right now in the uptrend. And the performance is pretty amazing. So that means who's in control of this asset? It's the buyers, not the sellers. Yeah, man. Have your alert set up above 1776 because if you're hearing that beat, you got a pretty major breakout attempt ongoing. And yeah, I know, man. Like you could say it's a zone. We can do that. We'll be really when you can be conservative, you normally want to be conservative, right? Okay, so the breakout point would actually be 1947. Let's just say 1945 because that's the end of World War II. So 1776, 1945. All right, it's your breakout zone. And above that, man, all right, scam wick, forget, I don't really care. We should just use Fibonacci excluding the scam wick from the highest high to the lowest low, right from the high to the low. 1272 is 24 cents, and then the 1618 is 29 cents. If we go crypto ape S, insanity psycho, we got a 2618, 44.8 cents up there. So it does look good, man. That's really strong. Hidden bullish divergence there, and I think you soon will test this zone. I don't know if you'll break it, but if you do, you've got some Fibonacci levels. Okay. Is that a cup with handle, man? Go ahead. Say the word. Cup with handle? Yay. Just waiting for it, dude. It's cup with handle season. It's cup with handle identification season. Because prices are pumping and people are showing up that don't really invest in themselves. Just know, we're like, I know some TA, cup with handle, 15-minute cup with handle. So let's go to the next request, which was Wild Thank You Anonymous. I don't know if that was helpful to you, but all I could do is tell you about the levels and the divergence and where we could go if we got some levels if you break all-time highs. Okay, good luck, Obama. Harry Potter, Sonic, 10, Rebecca Black, twice. Rebecca Black 2 times. WLD was the next request, and looks like I'm catching up, man. Like, that's if that's the last one, that means like it's like me versus the chat in terms of that, and like I'm winning, dude. You can't get me. Like, there were times when there were so many requests, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'll never get through it. Okay, so this is WLD. Is this what you wanted? Anonymous World. No, this is WLD. World Coin Ticker. Let's just type in World Coin. It's the same thing. Probably another chart. Oh, is that it? It launched in July. Remember, if you're gonna give me a tepid off-brand S coin, please, in the TTS, put the exchange you want me to look at. Because it's like I gotta go through all these exchanges and look for the most data. Because you know how many times I've started doing analysis and they're like, no, it's this exchange, after I've done like 15 minutes of analysis on the asset. It's true, it launched in July. Okay, so this should be all right. What's up, Julia? GM, GA. We're just looking at the most random S coins you could dream of. They're exotic. I guess I'm gonna try here. There's not much we can do. I mean, look, if there are 2 levels, right? There's an established swing high and an established swing low. Okay, if you are pretty much dead in the middle, what can I do? I mean, how do you strategize an entry? How do you manage risk? You can't. When you're in the dead middle, that's like the worst area you could ever dream of for risk management. That being said, I mean, you just made a higher high than the previous high. You're trying to make a higher low. I mean, it looks like it's very possible you could be running to 243 if all like that's been happening for a couple months continues. I mean, you could be headed to 243. Well, I don't know. I mean, again, you can't. Like, even at 104, if the price is 104, I'm still gonna say I don't know, but at least I know I could strategize an entry and a stop loss, and it makes tons of sense. I can manage my risk very easily. I can manage my risk optimally the closer I am to $1. But if you're at 185, how do you manage? You can't really manage an entry stop loss efficiently. That's it. That's where we are. We got, I'll just be real about it. Outside of the scam wick, I'll just make it this little zone. I'll church it up a little bit with some zones here. Make it real pretty. So you're like, dang, man, that is pretty, dude. So we look at it like that. If we flip the coin and it lands on heads, 243, 256. If we flip the coin again, it lands on tails, $1. Flip your coin here. Based on the way Bitcoin's performing, based on the way these altcoins have been performing, you could almost assume that there could be maybe a marginal percentage chance, a couple percentage points higher of upside than down, just because of how things have been, right? Macro wise, you're in pretty good environment right now with, again, the collapse of your purchasing power with fiat. Yeah, I'm talking about it. It's legged down. It's at its steepest leg down ever, right? The angle of descent on your purchasing power has never been this bad. And within the past couple months, that's where it's literally the angle of descent. It's gone to its most steep downward level. Is that all y'all got? I mean, that was it. WorldCoin. Okay, go be a stupid NPC and put your eyeball in it. What a scam, dude. Like, just NPCs will just do anything. Oh, yeah. Hey, war. Let's do it, man. Media says, oh, yeah, let's just open the border. Yeah, let's just let fentanyl flood in. No, let those people, let it be legal. Let the fentanyl that let it be legal, dude. Let's not enforce laws anymore. That's racist. Let's just let society collapse, man. F it, dude. F it. Everything's relative, man. Like, I mean, like, are you trying to say, like, the best civilization ever created is, like, really the best? I mean, like, let's destroy it. Let's destroy civilization, the West that was built after World War II. Let's destroy it. As if they have some sort of plan they have like a better system. What idiots, dude. They're just, they're useful idiots. They will be the first people on the chopping block when the people they put in actually get in power. Yep. Yeah, they have taken us from the inside, of course. No one's saying they haven't. That's how they're destroying us. They couldn't take us from the outside. No one could ever invade America. I think the new age word invasion is migration, right? Overwhelming numbers of migration where there's no possible way, like physically no possible way, that people coming across the border from third world countries could ever assimilate to the US. Never. And they won't. And we will have what is called parallel societies, no-go zones. As you see in Europe, they were the ones that already did this. Like Sweden was the safest country in the world, and now they have the highest. They have the crime is insane. They have bombings, They have record bombings, right? Every week, more bombings than any country in the West. More rapes than any country in the West. Why? Because they let in third world migrants in mass that never assimilated into that culture, the native culture, and so that means they have parallel societies. That's how it started. And now we have gangs. And they're exacerbating that with the devaluation of fiat currency. So like, crime has to happen. Good luck, everyone. Just good luck, man. These people in power, like you're watching right now, right? Weak men create hard times. We are transitioning into the hard times. The only upside is the hard times are going to breed hard men. So if there is a victor, if we do have victory, it'll probably be some millennial in the next 20, 30 years, All right, so, I mean, it's been a good stream. I've been live for over 2 hours now. 2 hours, 14 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit the like button, the bell, that sub. Thanks so much for being here. Bitcoin's been looking real good, man, and this level where normally it's straight up, straight down. Here's the 3-day. 1 day, 3 hours. It'll be, concluded sometime on a Saturday in the evening. I wonder, it will be the highest 3-day candle close in 18 months, highest 3-day candle close of 2023. Extremely overbought. Highest RSI reading seen on the 3-day on Bitcoin since January 7th, 2021. when Bitcoin was in the 60,000s. Wow, yeah. Insanity, man. Crazy positive Momo. Still building again. Yep, 38K, 40K. 38K is the weekly target. 40K is the daily target. Above 31K, that has always been the case. So thank y'all for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thank you so much, Mama Ivy, for the 169. Argus Scam, welcome back. Good to see you again. Thanks for the 100 super chat. Session Top Jesus is. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. I mean, the only way that I'm coming back on stream is if we're probably headed to 40K randomly again this weekend. But if I don't see you, I guess I'll just see you on Sunday evening for the weekly candle close. Until next time, respect the TA.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina. I have some evidence Man Bear Pig could be in this area.
And then, just like that,
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.